As we approach the end of the beginning of the first stage of virtual reality evolution, we're finally starting to see a pretty solid picture emerge. The Oculus Rift certainly seems to have started to take shape, and Fran Mirabella from IGN recently caught up with Richard Marks, director of PlayStation Magic Lab and creator of Sony's VR headset, and managed to extract a few gems about Project Morpheus. With so much focus on VR technology at E3 this year, it seems almost certain that virtual and augmented reality will get the mainstream market penetration that has been forecasted and documented about so frequently. Of course, some of the key players in this market are Facebook's Oculus Rift and Sony's Project Morpheus. With a lot of info and unveilings at this year's E3, we thought we'd compare some stats on these two head-mounted displays with the hope of gaining some insight into how they might perform when the release dates come knocking. The Project Morpheus will come equipped with a 1920 by 1080 screen display. Comparatively, Oculus have decided to adopt a dual screen approach. The screens are said to be 2160 by 1200 split over two eyes. Both of the screens are oriented horizontally and are mounted flush into the unit. One of the benefits of using two displays is that it allows the screens to move independently from one another, and also allows the lenses and screens to move together. When it comes to field of view, it could be said that there is a slight advantage on the side of the Morpheus, but this remains to be seen, as so far, we know that the Morpheus delivers a 100-degree field of view, whereas Oculus has announced that the consumer unit may be capable of achieving over 100 degrees field of view. This will be defined by how the unit is worn by the user, meaning, if you need to have the lenses closer to your face to find the sweet spot, you will inherently have a wider field of view. The Oculus Rift display uses OLED technology that flickers at a faster rate, giving a smoother experience. The Morpheus adopts a 5.7-inch OLED display that offers full 1080, and all pixels now have RGB subpixels. There is also a comparison to be made on frame rates. The Morpheus will be outputting at 120 FPS to its display, while the Oculus crunches out at 90 Hz to deliver a low persistence experience. Project Morpheus also uses system software appropriately titled Reprojection that turns 60 FPS into 120 FPS by filling the in-between frames automatically. Comfort has been a focus for both of the designs, as users may end up occupying their virtual worlds for long periods at a time. Exact specs for the weight of the Rift have not yet been disclosed, but it has been said that it can be held comfortably in one hand. Reducing the weight of the device is important if the headset is intended for long use, as even things of little weight can offer great resistance over time. Project Morpheus is aesthetically reminiscent of something you would expect to see in a sci-fi movie. Its helmet-like features give it a slightly different feel from the Rift and make it feel a bit more robust in design. Also, it can be noted that Oculus have done a bit of housekeeping on the data cables. Tidying up the HDMI and USB cable on the consumer Rift by placing them together in one neat casing has arguably made it less cumbersome. There are also improvements to ventilation and padding, although some first-hand reviews from E3 2015 have suggested that there may still be a balance to address with light bleed. One of the variables of this balance includes optimizing the device's ergonomics to better accommodate users that wear glasses. All in all, it's shaping up to be a pretty epic battle in the near future of VR. One that seems like it will continue to grow and grow, along with the appetite of all things virtual. As always, thanks for checking in. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below.